intro music.
Should we ping the gallery?
Oh, you guys can do that, yes. So, hi. My name is Jade
Hello.
Magma. And welcome back to Legend of Zelda, Echoes of the Past. This funky little campaign. This is episode 2, and if you haven't listened to episode 1, or any of the prologues, go listen to those. But
They're fun. You will have a good time.
You
have no choice.
Yeah, you have no choice. I am behind you. Go listen to them right now. So, with that, to summarize last session, a lot of you arrived to, for lack of a better term, to Lurelin Village. Some of you haven't already been here for a week, specifically 2 of you. You spent it, for the most part, getting to know the people, doing side work, and preparing for the Faron Festival, which is an event that happens yearly at Lurelin Village. Other folks happen to have arrived, and immediately made a fucking mess of things.
You know, like I do.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Particularly, you almost seemingly broke a marriage, and
It was only one marriage.
it's only one. This is the second one. That was stated beforehand. This has happened before.
I plead the fifth.
Either way. So, with that, came the arrival of a certain individual through explosions of teleportation at the nearest shrine.
Mm-hmm.
Others just arrived and acted normal. I don't know how to say this.
Yeah.
Specifically, a very tiny individual arrived, and while not having met the rest of the party, has begun already enjoying themselves at the Faron Festival. Meeting up with a very, very drunk Minute.
Oh yeah.
And after themes came up head with Miss Aloe finally saying, "All right, everybody in my fucking house, we gotta talk this out because shit's going down, and I don't like it when I don't know what's going down." It was found out that Ikora was a hero, which I'm surprised happened in the first session. Not gonna lie to you, you really did that.
She was trying her hardest not to in her defense.
You were trying your damn hardest.
To be
But
fair,
you
Makar was there.
Makar
was there.
Makar exists.
Makar exists, and I love him very much because he is such a joy to play.
He's very good. He's a little bean.
Little bean.
Little bean.
But after that was found, eventually it was said, "We will worry about this tomorrow. We have a festival to enjoy." At which point, everybody was let loose. You all talked amongst each other. Some theories began to be developed. And with that, we're going to begin. So, stop the music and get the ambience going. 1 second. As a lot of you enter Lurelin Village. And you see a wide variety of people, as the village has, why is it organized this way? Okay, whatever. My notes became up completely disorganized, that's fine. So you see gamers, fuck.
Yeah, gamers.
We're gamers.
As you guys,
Gamers. I mean,
fuck. As you guys enter, Faron Festival itself, you see games, traders, food, and people permeate the celebration. You see people walking around and enjoying like a lot of different foods, including but not limited to fish and fruits, which seems to be a staple of the diet here in Lurelin Village. What do you guys want to do? Or how are you guys traveling? Are you guys splitting up? Are you guys traveling together? What's your plan of attack here?
So, after getting Ikora's quote-unquote permission to help Ikora, LS0015 is not going to be following Ikora around.
Okay.
Because there is the assumption that if Ikora actually wants to do what Ikora wants to do, Ikora will wait for the robot to help them.
Understandable, yes.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Very fair.
Are you are you splitting up by yourself then, Ikora, or are you traveling with the rest of the group?
I am unsure. She's handing me conflicting feelings.
Mhm.
She probably looks like she wants to split off, but like they're all kind of awkwardly heading in the same direction regardless.
Mhm.
It's like you all say goodbye and then immediately start walking towards the Faron Festival, not remembering that you're going to the
Yeah.
same location.
Yeah. Well, Sonnet has been here the whole time as the festival has been set up.
Mm-hmm.
So would you know, like, different spots in the festival? Like, what are the cool locations?
The cool location. So there is a small showing later in the evening. You would have learned this at least by now, even if you hadn't heard about there's something going on at the very end of the night, in which there's going to be a performance by Lord's daughter. But apart from that, you see there's games. There is obviously ring toss. There is also a guess the chicken. Guess the feathers on a cuckoo. Like there's a bunch of different little games all scattered throughout the place. If you guys want to name one, there's probably in here. There's also a dunking booth.
Oh my gosh.
I
Oh
want
my
to go
God.
to the dunking booth.
Simple creatures.
Amazing. I will say Ikora is probably back in disguise since it is a public place, and she sort of is a sort of fugitive.
Understandable.
So, random Hillian number 4.
Random Hillian number 4. Of course. I do love the idea of like just going on Breath of the Wild and like looking at the fucking NPCs and pulling that. Those are the ones that you're picking.
I have to step in. I have to step in right now because it's been on my mind the entire time. Do you know the weird hack someone found out about converting Mies into Breath of the Wild?
Yes!
Yes, that's been my entire brain this entire time. Whenever it goes pulls off a random alien, it's just like just make a me and then convert it into Breath of the Wild NPC.
Oh, that's very good. I forget that the NPCs in Breath of the
it's just-
Wild are based on Mies.
It's RT's games. I will die.
No, horrible. Oh my god. Okay, so you guys can head towards the dunking booth.
Yes. And I specifically start heading towards without saying anything.
Oh, fantastic. Yes, just following.
I feel it is important to note, because the festival, we kind of got shooed out to go to the festival. Constelle was writing notes and writing on Bechamel. He is still doing that. He does not, he is letting the little robot take him where it goes. He is very absorbed in what he is doing at the moment. He may look up and notice everyone is gone.
I'm gonna rule something real quick.
I feel like Sonnet is curious about what Constelle is writing, so she's just kind of lingering nearby, trying to get like a peek, but also looking away if somebody notices she's trying to look.
Sonnet, you do not have to look. These notes are not hidden. It is incomprehensible.
Oh heavens. Oh, the handwriting.
Doctor handwriting.
The handwriting
can't-
and it's in Twilight. Like it's in Twilight, so
You
Twilight.
can't
Yeah, that
see
makes
her
sense.
face, but the grimace.
Yep.
Oh,
There's chicken scratch, there's arrows connecting thoughts, there's things crossed out. Like it is incomprehensible.
I'm just
Uh.
looking at it is making her dizzy. She's just gonna go to the Guess the Feathers game.
Okay, so going towards Guess the Feathers game, you're going to the dunking booth. I'm going to roll and see where Bechamel fucking lands.
Hey.
Actually, I know where Bechamel lands. I'll get to you in a minute.
Nice.
That leaves you, Ikora. Who are you following? Because people are splitting. As Bechamel heads also in a different direction.
she's probably gonna go with Sonnet as the least intimidating person, and also just because she does feel a little bad for giving Sonnet a crisis.
Very
Just a
good.
little.
Alrighty, so starting out with the ring toss. Let's go that way. Or not ring toss, dunking booth. Sorry.
Yay!
You see at the dunking booth, it is exactly what you think it is. There's an arm with a target onto it that is connected to a plank that has a man sitting on it over a tub of water, basically. The man is taunting like a bunch of people nearby, like just fucking like they're being lighthearted about it, but like you still see people getting aggravated at the dude from time to time. And you can roll up and try it.
I want to, cause gotta just like, you know, when you get angry, sometimes it lingers, and you gotta put the energy somewhere.
I'm gonna roll a d2 real quickly. D2. Okay, this is establishment by somebody in the village itself, so they are familiar with who you are, at the very least, somewhat. So then you're walking up and you see the guy who's running and it's just like, sure, hi, are you here to try
hi.
the dunking booth?
Yes.
That'll be 2 copper.
Okay. Gotta turn a gold into silver, then silver into copper, so I don't forget what I have. 2 copper, right?
Yes, 2 copper rupees. Copper can be green.
It's
Yeah.
oxidized.
That oxidized
There
one.
you go.
Okay. Cool. Yep, I hand over the 2 copper.
Fantastic. They take it willingly and they hand you 3 different balls. And it is either a dexterity or a strength check, your choice. As you
Okay.
attempt to throw this ball.
I am going to roll a strength check.
Strength check, okay. You have 3 attempts.
Mm-hmm. Plus 2. 5. It's my first attempt.
Okay. The first one goes wide.
I'm gonna throw the second one. Six plus 2. It's an 8.
Go for the third one. That one hits, but it does not. There's not enough strength in the ball. You see, these things are made out of like a pillowy, like doughy substance. These balls, like they're probably filled with like something that makes it so like even if they do hit, they have to hit with a lot of force, and it takes a lot of the impact out of it. So,
So I'm going to squish the ball with my 3 fingers for a little bit and then throw it.
The guy inside of the dunking booth yells out at you, like saying, "You know, for having 3 legs, you have a horrible arm."
Damn, bro.
And he's right. I think it's a 7.
Ooh.
Rip.
Yeah, he says that, and I just go, "Ugh," and like probably hit the edge.
Better luck next time, but you can keep trying it if you want to. It is
I'll
gonna
try
cost
it
you
one more time.
It's gonna cost you 2 copper for each 3 attempts.
Okay, I'm
You
gonna
can
try
just
it one more time.
keep rolling in the background. As for guess feathers on the cuckoo. Okay.
It's feather time.
Yeah. You guys arrive at a small little booth. You see there is 3 different chickens.
Oh my
Or
gosh.
3 different cuckoos that are sitting on like little pedestals. And the guy is like just coming in like, "Come one and all, come guess the fuck, I'm getting a phone call now. No, you know what? Fuck
Oh,
this.
no.
I'm not answering that. Come guess one and all. Guess the number of feathers on the cuckoo on your first try and win a prize. 2 copper pieces per attempt."
Sonnet looks up at Ikora.
Be right back. I need to fucking answer this phone call. BRB.
Alright.
God
Well,
damn.
rip.
I wonder what a 15 gets me though.
Oh boy.
As soon as the camera shifts away from me, 15.
Liz in chat. Lewis registers a new rival, Dunk Man.
Man.
Dunk Man.
Man.
Duncan Dunk Man.
So if the 15 doesn't do it, I'm pretty sure a natural 20 will.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
He's fucking determined.
Look, he's working out his anger.
You taunt the Lewis? Prepare for the dunketing.
Do I not have? Ah, cool.
Sorry about that.
No, you
Oh, good.
What was the highest you rolled?
So I rolled a 15 and then I rolled a natural 20
Okay, so
with 22.
so the 15 does not make it, but it does almost trigger the
Oh.
mechanism, and he's like,
Oh.
"Try better next time, fucker!" And then
Oh wow.
that gives you the strength to throw it, and you give it that 20, and the fucking thing just shink, and the guy dunks into the water.
Damn.
Nice.
I do want to say that with that, my arm wound up in like 2 circles before throwing.
Yes.
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 And as soon as he hits the water, I go, ha, 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 ha.
Yes.
Oh.
Good. I love the laugh. I love it.
This is very good.
That's extremely good. So, with that, over to guess feathers on the cockatrice. Sorry, not on the cockatrice. That's a cuckoo.
Oh god.
That's a different game. So you have 3 different chickens. You can pick one. There's one that's a lot fatter. There's one that's like much younger, and then there's like this was a what the fuck? It's a cock? What the hell's the name of the...
Rooster.
A rooster! My brain can
You
think
got
of the word rooster. And the last
You're
one is
good,
a
you're
rooster.
Is McCare with us?
Oh boy.
Oh.
Because if McCare is
yes.
with us, we can each take one chicken.
McCare is with you.
Yes. In that case, Sonnet will let McCare pick which chicken to count first.
I want the baby.
Alright, and Sonnet will hold McCare up to the
No.
baby chicken.
Looking really intensely at like this chicken, who's just sitting there honestly and like just eating at a little thing of like corn. And McCare just looks at the guy and is like, with the confidence of a 4-year-old, just says, 20.
Oh!
I love.
Baby!
And the guy does have to stifle a laugh before he says, sorry, bud, that's not right.
Oh.
Oh. Just a little ding.
Are you guys also trying it?
Yeah, Ikora's gonna let Sonnet pick second.
I think Sonnet will, with one kind of hand resting on the tip of the beak of her mask, she will eventually move towards the, I guess the hen instead of the rooster. Is there anything I can roll, or is it just a guess?
This is an intelligence check.
Okay. Intelligence. Gonna give myself guidance. Just straight up intelligence,
I
yeah?
just want to say that McCare did not roll.
I know this,
love
and I love him.
so much.
And then, spellbook guidance.
So obviously the
Hey.
point of the game is not to guess exactly the number of how many fucking feathers there are on this hen. Like, that would be fucking ridiculous. You have to get within a range, and they have the range listed out. So, thinking about, like, how feathers work, and you yourself are, like, an individual with feathers, you look at this entire animal, which is, like, mostly composed of feathers, and you think, 10,000? Somewhere around that range? Maybe it's a pretty fat hen, so let's say 13,000, somewhere around that. That would be probably your best guess. If you want to give a more specific number, that's up to you. But that's giving you like the answer basically.
I think she'll just say that, just like around 12,000, just to have like a middle range.
12,000. Okay. With that, you do see, ding, 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 and we have a winner. And with that, they grab a cane and they reach pretty high up, and there's it's a little cuckoo plushie that's like huggable size, and they hand it over to you.
Yes.
And you can subtract
there-
2 copper, by the way.
Ye subtract 2 copper. Where is my inventory? There it is.
I will say that these two are then replaced, like taken, like the 2 hens are grabbed and then placed into a little cage in the back, and are replaced with 2 others of the same age but different. They have a bunch of different ones behind, so it's a fucking cacophony of chicken noises right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that for them.
They probably all have like little things indicating each of their names so they can keep track of them.
Correct.
Yee. But little plushie. She will let McCare hold it for now.
Just
Oh.
holding it over his head. It's a lot bigger than he is.
Oh yeah.
He's holding it like an
Yeah.
actual cuckoo.
Yeah.
Yes, once Sonnet is done, she'll go over to Ikora, give pat on shoulder, and cast guidance.
Love
Remove
that.
for copper, by the way, Sonic, because you took two. Each of you took one guess.
Yeah, that's true. Cool.
Yeah, Ikora will give Sonnet a bit of a grin as she's just, nice job, kid. And
Thank you.
you get a little head pat, and Ikora moves on up to give it a go.
There was
Can
the
I-
tiniest surprised bird sound.
Oh, surprise! When Ikora's not fucking scamming people, she can actually be pretty decent.
Imagine.
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 Okay, can I argue a nature check for this?
I will say that, yes.
Alright,
Or animal handling.
I'm gonna go with nature because nature is better.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a nat 20. Okay.
Well,
Y'all are really
Exact
just
number.
so you're looking at the I'm guessing you're looking at the rooster himself. And this thing
Yeah.
is looking at you and it's giving you the stinky eye. It's a black rooster. And or a black rooster cuckoo, I guess. I don't know. Well, either way. Point is, with the knowledge that you gathered from like what is that you can kind of guess that this rooster is a little more slim than the hen that Sonnet guessed on. So possibly slightly less feathers. And you look and you look and you look and a number sticks to your head. 11,400-ish. Around that range. These are like pretty big cuckoos. A normal chicken, by the way, has about 10,000 feathers. So these are slightly bigger.
Big.
That's the range that you're looking at. Couple of hundred off, maybe, but that's about it.
Yeah. She will very confidently, like, lean on the fence as she declares the number.
Ding, ding, ding! Another winner! You're sure you're not cheating on me? And the guy goes into the back and pulls out an even larger, like, black plushy cuckoo. Like, the other one was, like, slightly bigger than McCare. This one, because you got it within, like, 100, this one is, like, twice as big as McCare.
Nice.
Oh, I love
And they
that.
hand it over to you.
Cora definitely has a big grin on now as she's just, thank you very much. And
Goodness gracious.
Behind
There's an
Ikora,
extra
there's
little-
just like the sound of what sounds like, gloved hands clapping, but it's just Sonnet because it's
Aw.
feathers.
yeah, does give that sort of extra little, the cheesy little bow that characters sometimes do as she spins around to go back over to Sonnet and holds out the big ol' plushie.
Wow. Nice one. It's so big.
Yeah. You want it?
Oh, no, I'm content with the one I've got. But thank you.
There's a nod and she'll sort of tuck it under her arm.
This thing is gonna be hell to travel with. It's the kind of thing where, like, you get it at the very start of the day, and now you have to fucking carry it around everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
That is why Sonnet is content with the little one.
Also, my kid's the one
Eventually she has
carrying
to
it.
go back on the road. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Lynx never say no to prizes no matter how ridiculous it is. This is calling out Ocarina of Time Link and his fucking cow.
It's fine. I don't see what's wrong.
Just chill.
Who doesn't want a cow? Either way. Constelle,
Hi.
you have not been paying attention as to where
No.
Bechamel has been taking you.
No.
In doing so, you're finally pulled out of your stupor by the sound of a steam whistle that goes.
Ah.
As you finally
Where
look
am
up
I?
around you, you think you found yourself somewhere within the middle of the fucking festival. None of your recently met folks are around you, but what you do see is a stall, or less of a stall and more of a stage, with a machine on top of it.
Okay.
It has two large wheels, sits on top of two metal rails, and seems to be smoking, or at the very least steaming something from the top. It is a locomotive.
Oh.
As you see what the fuck are they called? Oh my god. My brain. Lewis, do you know what these are called? You have a character.
Conductor?
Not a conductor.
Fucking-
The fucking...
The Locomo.
Locomo! Oh my god, thank you. You know, you got
Yeah.
it. I fucking literally said the word, yeah. Okay, so... Locomo. Okay. As you see a Locomo sitting atop its two wheels, basically like presenting it out loud to people like, "Come one and all, watch the greatest invention out of the outside of Hyrule, the locomotive, innovating transportation across the entire continent, coming soon to Hyrule."
Oh. He has stars in his eyes.
You see that it's a very, very small, basically it's been built to just like ride around. It's a tiny little roller coaster, but it moves people around and people are riding it and like enjoying it.
Mhm.
Just for the experience of like this is not powered, and like the conductor goes on to explain like how it works, like using coal to produce steam to move the like all that stuff, and yeah, there's a small crowd gathering at the stage basically.
Oh, yeah, Constelle want ride. Constelle want ride.
With the ride, you go up and you like set up on the line because there's a small line gathering, and eventually you see the Locomo is just asks like, "That'll be 5 copper."
Oh, right. Yes, of course. And he'll fish that out of his little pouch.
And while you're doing that, he takes a look at the little construct you have with you. He's like,
Yep.
"Did you build this,
I did.
fellow tinkerer?"
Indeed.
I'm not very familiar with, I believe, is Sheikah technology that they have from here? A lot of this is built out of Locomo steam technology here.
That's fascinating. I admit I haven't actually studied a lot of the Locomo technology, but I spent a lot of time with researching Sheikah tech, but this, and he like kind of like makes like a gesture at the locomotive. He's just, this is incredible. How does it work? I know you've explained briefly, but
I could go more into detail, but that's a bit of a trade secret. I'm trying to sell this to Hyrule, or at least one of the kingdoms, as a way of revolutionizing transport.
of course. And I mean, it would. How many people could it theoretically carry?
I insert number here.
Yeah.
I don't
A
know
lot.
a lot about trains.
A lot. The answer is a lot.
Yeah.
At least 100, maybe more.
Yeah.
Not including cargo.
Mm-hmm. Now, I do believe people are getting a little bit impatient, so
Right. Yes. Sorry. Yes.
the festival should be over tomorrow night. I do have to dismantle most of this to take it back to, I forget what I named the land of the Locomo here, but it's our name of place here.
Mhm.
And I'll give that to you later. I do have a ship to catch the day after tomorrow. This thing takes forever to dismantle. But perhaps if you are here in the morning, I can show you a little bit. If you're willing to show me your little contraption right here.
I would love to talk shop in the morning. Yes, absolutely.
Perfect. And with that, you're allowed to ride on basically like the kid coaster, the kiddie coaster.
I don't care. Constelle is delighted. He may or may not be like analyzing as they ride.
Mm-hmm.
Nerds.
Yes.
Nerds.
With that, we shrink down a little bit.
Yes.
In Ineansu, the festival for the Minish have been going on for a little bit longer than most other folks. As they're quick to set up and quick to start partying. So you've already been experiencing some of the things. I'm guessing you've enjoyed at least some of the food and stuff like that. And I don't think you would have enjoyed some of the carnival games basically that they've had around.
It depends, but yeah, she's not excited to try every single one out, but she's curious about what they do have set up.
Yeah. There's a couple of things set up, but the thing that does catch your eye is you see in a little bit off to the side on top of the sand, like water has been brought and made into basically like a mud pit, and you see people are wrestling.
Oh my
shit.
god.
You see that there is people basically join up in a line, and like when it comes to your turn, you get to pick who you want to wrestle. And like you can see who's been wrestling the most based on how dirty they are, and like how much fucking mud they've taken on. And like there's one dude that like only has his like legs covered, and it's a mountain minish because nobody wants to fight him. But when his turn comes up, he just picks like the he just goes down the line. Nobody's picking him to fight him specifically. He's the one who has to pick people out, and he just looks somewhat bored.
Oh, man. Oh boy, yeah. I don't know how well one can just spectate this without then getting the attention of everybody else surrounding the pit, but Ine is absolutely curious and is like...
There's a spectator like area. Like you have to actively like pay to enter and like be one of the people who is like kind of participating. You see a lot of the Minish have just taken off their shirts and like are basically just wearing pants, just so they don't get some of their stuff dirty. But they're throwing people out of the ring, and you see the mountain minish like eventually comes up and like picks someone up and just tosses them out of the ring, and it's just like it's too easy. And you see he's making mad money because people are putting bets. People are putting bets into this, and like for every win that you get back half a copper that you pay to enter. So if you keep fighting, you can win money.
Rack it up. Alright.
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah, she's definitely been like watching the fights. She did pay to enter to spectate, so was that a copper?
It's a copper to spectate, 5 coppers if you want to enter the ring.
Okay.
You can make your money back.
Yeah, she can at least like spend a copper to go in and then watch. She is definitely eyeing the boldness of the mountain munitions, taking a think. God, the thing is, she's ready to go. She wants to give it a try at the very least. Yeah, she'll just like a wolferd form, just like slide from then the spectators area like towards the person who's probably like managing who's actually going up to fight.
It's it's a beach finish with like a hat and like who's been announcing the fights and being a bit of an announcer, basically like a small manager, and handing out the bets and like who wins and who loses. He's the one making the mad catch here.
Of course. Listen to the reins. Yeah, she'll just go. How much is it to join this?
You sure you want to get that white pristine coat dirtied?
I'll ask again, how much is it to enter?
5 copper.
Just takes out her book and gets ready to note it down.
Does the same. He's doing a lot of writing tonight.
Of course! How's your hands? You need to stretch your wrists?
No, he's fine. But you enter the arena. Are you? That's up to you. But yeah, basically, Alright.
Yeah, this is like hand to hand, right?
Yeah, this is hand to hand.
Yeah.
This isn't like weapons or anything. Like people are like wrestling. It's basically like just tossing going into each other and like trying to. You can throw a punch if you really want to. It's considered bad sport, but like nobody's stopping you.
Oh, okay. It's like just trying to pin the person.
Yeah, they're trying to pin each other.
Nice.
And throw the other out, or throw the other out, basically. So, eventually you come up. Somebody who's and you join the line. Somebody who's slightly bigger than you is up next, and they look at you and they're like, let's see, and they pick you out.
Unclips her. She doesn't take off her tunic. She still has that green tunic on, but she takes off the wolf cloak and like leaves it on the side and steps forward.
These are basically, we're gonna do a set of contestant grapple checks. We'll roll it. We'll roll initiative, just to start.
Okay.
And see who will go first. And these are just like small fights, basically. Like see who can grapple the other down.
Okay.
This will just determine who goes first.
Okay, there's my initiative. Alright, let's go.
You're going first.
So consecutive grapple checks, right?
Yeah, consecutive grapple checks. So if you're going first, that means you're grappling him.
Yes.
Kill.
So just needs to do it.
Kill!
So you're rolling strength. You're rolling strength. And he's rolling either strength or dexterity.
I have money on the snow finish.
Let's do this. Athletics, go. Ooh!
Hey, so that was like dexterity to try to get out and like, can you go in from behind you as you rush in?
Dang!
But you just managed to like catch him from underneath and like grab him, and he just like you pin him down to the ground. Second.
Oh.
Go ahead. This time he's just doing athletics, and then you can do either athletics or
Dex.
yeah, athletic or dex.
Let's go power
Or
for it.
acrobatics, yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing. I keep fucking forgetting to add the R.
Woof.
Whoop.
So he pins.
Just
So
wow.
yeah, this guy is like just slightly taller than you. So like strength-wise, you guys are somewhat equally matched. So he just barely like goes back and like basically flips you around, and now you're on the ground, and you have now like you're covered in mud on your back.
Oh.
Last one, and we'll see who comes out on top. It's basically like who won the most.
Yes. Again, still at it.
Yeah.
Pure strength. She's not very dancey with her movements. It's just trying to overpower the other. That's an 18.
Yeah, with twice the strength that he puts into it,
Yes.
this guy,
Yes.
like, you basically fucking like kick him, not kick him, but like put your foot between him and just launch him up, and like he fucking falls out of the arena, and like the fucking crowd goes like,
Oh, I won! I won!
and the Snow Minish takes it.
She's just shaking like her hair and just like stands in the middle of the arena and just starts walking back to her place in line.
A lot of people are seeing like, okay, this person's no joke. I will say the next couple of fights, some people don't pick you. Others think like somewhat people who would think they're bigger try to pick against you, and then I'm just gonna have you roll against me once just to see if you win those fights.
Yeah. Okay. Let's hit this up. Is it 18?
18. You win the second fight that you get, easily enough. Like the crowd is now like somewhat cheering for you, and some people are trying to now avoid you, and eventually it gets to the Mountain Minish's turn, and he looks at you and looks away. He's like, if I'm not going to challenge you, if you want to challenge me, you're gonna have to fucking pick me, and pick somebody else who's already fought. And easily tosses him.
Can Ine make like a judgment on like what would she be dealing with if she had to fight him?
You're basically like, it's the same thing, but this time it's a +5. The other two were a +3 and a +4, so it matches you basically.
Damn.
It's strength wise.
Yeah. She's willing.
Okay. So eventually it comes up to your turn. You finally get to pick your opponent.
She does like put her hair up that's just been hanging low into like an up bun kind of situation, and picks the Mountain Minish.
Also, I like to imagine you put the flowers crown that you were given with the cloak.
Yes, 100%. It's on the top.
And the manager is just like, oh, we got a cocky one over here. Thinks he can defeat the champion of the arena. And you see like a lot of people are just like, they're putting their money on the Mountain Minish. Except for the one dude that was calling out the Snow Minish who's been seeing you. Is just like, I'm telling you. If you want to do it hard.
I'm telling you, this is the time that he's gonna get unhorsed.
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 This is just the you can roll initiative. Just to see who goes
Yeah.
first.
Just double checking something. That is just. I have that. Is it not listed? Yeah, it's not listed. That's strange. Anyway, I'm not gonna just do that then, but she is definitely gonna be on the move. Just fucking go.
You rolled a 13
Oh,
for
shit.
initiative, so a lot of strength, no dex.
Oh, that's him. Oh, sorry, my vote
Yeah.
can go through. Come on. Yeah,
Oh, is it not going through?
yeah, it's not going through.
You might have to just reload.
Okay. And they got cold feet.
Goodbye. Fuck you.
Yeet it. Oh, that is loading. I can double check the thing that I did want to do. Because that is underneath. That's master maneuver.
Oh yeah, you are a fighter.
I am a fighter.
And you do have maneuvers. That is 100%. That is something you can definitely use.
I have one maneuver.
Yeah.
One maneuver,
I
singular.
have one. Okay. Ha, 1. Cool. Yes. So
I'll
believe
I'll put it
have
in. I'll put it in for you since it doesn't seem to be in there for whatever reason.
Yeah, I have ambush.
I think this is.
Right.
There it is.
Cool. Just double check.
Now it should be in your
So
in your features.
cool. Thanks. So let's try this again. Initiative, and then I will put a D6 onto top of that, which I don't really need to do,
Fun.
but it's for funds. Bro, it's not the time for this to not work. I'm gonna do this manually. Well, 1d20.
Why isn't this working for you? I'm so mad.
Yeah.
Oh, I also can't just roll out of your thing. What the fuck?
My thingy broken. It's fine. I'll just do it.
broke.
I can roll an ability check for you. I just can't roll
Initiative.
I mean, you could just roll dexterity ability check. and
I
that should
could,
work.
but I got also fucked up feats. So
There you go. Yeah, you're definitely going
17.
first. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a fucking show of it. Alright, let's do this. Athletics, go.
Okay. So how does this look to you?
Fuck. This is like a dead sprint, and she just leaped with her whole body and tried to catch him on the neck, and like take him down like.
Oh, so
up and
you're the rock
just-
that fucking shot Goliath.
then become the weapon.
So you
I am
fucking
the weapon.
yeah, you fucking rush and like grab him by the neck and like he stumbles backwards because his fucking thing is like, and now for the first time his back is dirty.
Nice. And Ine's not afraid to get dirty as well. Like she isn't like stepping around this.
Yeah. It's another roll. You can choose athletics or acrobatics.
Mm-hmm. So. Oof.
How much did I? Oh, I've been rolling under you for whatever reason. I'm sorry.
Well, you have the same stat, so
Yeah,
like,
but I didn't mean to do that. But oh fuck!
yeah.
What did you roll? A 7? I rolled an 8. That's what it was. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, like it's he. You have him under, and then he just like slips a hand from underneath you and like pushes you back down. It's just like, oh, so this is an actual fight. One more with
The
feeling.
expression of finally.
Finally.
Hey, let's go. No! Where?
Rip.
101. Fuck.
Rip.
God
15.
damn it.
Oh.
Pushing you down, he rakes you across the mud and then tosses you out of the arena.
She doesn't actually do that.
Screaming.
She just like
Rat
kinda
scream.
just lets the hit roll and like rolls to the edge of the arena
Yeah.
and just like stands up.
And you see he's actually like holding his like breathing a little hard, and like the crowd like fucking quiets down for a moment before they immediately erupt in like the thing like, because that was the dopest fight they've seen so far. And the manager's even like, impressive showing nonetheless.
Oh man, I really thought I was gonna get that, but woo!
And you see the guy just walk up to you and like offer a hand, stand back up.
Mm-hmm. Takes it. Oh, wipes some mud from her face. Good battle.
He gives a nod, and just like shakes your hand and just says like, and this is where I have to come up with a random fucking name. Why don't I
That's
do this?
Oh,
I need to fucking. Make Miss Hendricks.
Ineansu. Nice to meet you.
I want a drink.
Give me a moment. And she'll like step over and grab her like cloak and flower crown and just when you are ready.
And he steps out and like just for a nice drink. At this point, I'm going to pull up my notes again. As those are everybody's done a major event, I believe now, or at least some event. So now I gotta pull people aside. Sonnet, and by technicality, Ikora. You see Miss Aloe does like finds you guys and does approach you guys, and says, Miss Sonnet, would it be possible if I could pull you aside? I found my friend that I told you about here.
Oh, yes, okay, thank you. And there's like a very, almost energetic, excited bow, and then she's immediately following.
Hope you're all right, sweetie. This is something personal. Talking to you, Ikora.
Ikora just gives Aloe a thumbs up and is standing there.
You do see that McCare does say like, "Don't worry, Miss Aloe. I'll keep an eye on him." Them.
Ikora's plans for purchasing beverage have been dashed.
I mean, you can purchase a beverage. That's not. There's.
I mean, she's not
having
gonna do that in front of a child.
I'm gonna let you know right now. There are people drinking everywhere, and there's children everywhere. You're fine.
She's got standards, and also she knows just how curious Koroks are.
But anyways, Sonnet, you are pulled aside. Over to a basically like a small tent, which please tell me I came up with a name for this person. I did. Has a little sign that says Alchemy's Recipes, spelled like so.
Ooh.
Sorry, not recipes, remedies.
Remedies, okay. Remedies and recipes. They also bake.
Fuck yes. I love it when players say something and then my brain is like, that's even better.
Why not both?
Absolutely. So you do see there's also a side stall with a male Hylian, which is attached to this normal tent that has a couple of pastries and such being sold.
Mm-hmm.
That guy did not exist up until a couple of seconds ago.
Nice.
Anyways, Miss Aloe steps inside alongside you, and you see inside it is definitely a small healer's tent filled to the brim with herbs and bottles and stuff like that. You can hear things jingling and like there's a little jingle as you guys enter, and Miss Aloe calls out, "Agame, Agame! I brought the lady I told you about." And you see this middle-aged Gerudo, it's best to say, with a bit of a belly on her, like come out from behind, and just says like, "Miss Aloe, you do not have to yell. I can hear you perfectly fine within here. And this is your friend?" And she looks at you.
Sonnet does a bow.
Sonnet, right?
Yes, Sonnet Summer Dance. And you are?
Agame. I'm a healer.
Agame.
I'm a traveling healer from Gerudo Town. Yes, that's the name.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But you're looking at the map, yes. Ms. Aloe said you had an ailment that I might be able to assist with?
Yes, and, Sonnet is now suddenly nervous.
Please, step into the back.
It's-
I have a more private chamber.
And, Sonnet does a nod, and then, is following behind.
Miss Aloe just stays here, like, browsing the bit of herbs and like the plants and like dried stuff, as well as some of the bottles. Is like, go on, dear, I'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Agami is an old friend. You can definitely trust him.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, you're pulled alongside to the back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
Here
So
you
what's the back look like?
the back?
Flavor. Yeah.
Flavor-wise, it is two seats, with that are cushioned, with a lot of more like backstock. There is like a couple of crates that are stacked up that are holding up the actual like tent, but there is a you see she goes over and like there's also a table, and she goes over and presses something on the table, and like suddenly the noise of the crowd is drowned out.
Mm-hmm.
No one should be able to hear us while this is active, so feel free to speak however you need.
Thank you.
Please take a seat. How can I help you?
Well, Sonnet is going to just sit down where the seat has been offered, and just the hands of her wings are just kind of fiddling awkwardly in front of herself. There is a rather unique ailment that has affected me and my people. We have tried everything of our own resources to try and cure it, but we have met little to no success. We have found things that can repress it, but not stop its spread as easily as other ones.
Are you still wearing the mask?
Mm-hmm.
And if you do not mind, may I see where you are experiencing part of the ailment, correct? That's what Miss Aloe said. May I see it?
One moment. And Sonnet will actually reach up and pull off a necklace first, which I put the info in the chat. It is a parafit of health. It doesn't require attunement, but while you wear it, you don't contract any diseases. She's basically offering it to this woman before moving to take off the mask.
Like you're giving it to her?
Yeah, like for her to wear while Sonnet takes off the mask. Essentially. Just being extra cautious in...
No need to worry. I understand what that is. I'm familiar with its magic, believe me. And she herself doesn't have one, but you do see she pulls out a pair of gloves made out of a very, very stretchy material that you have never seen, and pulls them over. She pulls on a mask not dissimilar to yours. If what you are talking about is as bad as you might say it is, I will take the necessary precautions. Feel free to keep wearing it.
All right, thank you. And Sonnet will carefully put it back on, while also doing just kind of like a head tilt at the weird gloves. That's new.
A brother. Very, very, very difficult material to get, but extremely good when working with anything skin-wise. It will never, it washes off extremely easy. I got it in the Akala flight.
Oh, interesting.
The healers and the morticians use it when performing autopsies. And she puts on a mask not dissimilar to yours that has a bunch of stuff blocking in as well as basically pops open like a bottle that helps with the smell of the room, so that way it doesn't smell as bad, because this entire place smells very chemical in nature.
Yeah, chemical and herbs and everything.
Yeah. So
But
go
yeah.
ahead.
It takes a little bit for Sonnet to just take a deep breath in, and then she reaches behind her head and unclasps the mask, and then very slowly, very carefully pulls it off. Make sure that isn't touching anything. And I know I have art of it somewhere.
You said
That I
to me
can
at one
find.
point,
Yeah.
but while you're doing that,
Mhm.
you see there is a bit of a shocked expression, followed by immediately by the focus that comes from working in medicine, and she takes a closer look. She immediately takes out like a bit of equipment, like just to help like in looking at things, like a bit of a glass that looks like way deeper into it. She's walking around you, looking into places. She's not poking and prodding yet, but before she does so, she would ask if you're okay with that.
Mhm.
And
I found the image.
perfect.
I will now place it in the DM realm. Is that a good spot for it?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
So
For a word description for those who are maybe just listening, Sonnet's face, one half of it is covered in a deep red glob of malice, and one of her eyes is a violent, dark red color that's almost black, with the iris being almost golden in color. The other one, the rest of her face is untouched, but yeah.
So once she's gotten a very very good look at it, she'll ask before she begins touching it. Is that all right?
Yes, go ahead.
And just poking it, like asking like if it hurts where she pokes it, and like I'll let you decide if it does or not, as she's just like lightly poking into it basically.
I'd say if she pokes the edges, it doesn't, but if she pokes the center, it does.
The center it does.
Just like a little inhale of, ow.
She'll actually like pull aside on your eyes and like shine a light into it, like seeing if it, like looking around it, like she's a very she's very good from what you can tell.
I will say that one, when the eye shines in it, the pupil in it kind of turns into a slit,
I see.
almost
Okay.
reptilian-like.
You know, in all my life, I've never seen anything quite like this.
That's what I was afraid you'd say.
That does not mean I'm not familiar with history and such. I am aware that this looks a lot like malice.
A working theory is that it's a different strain of it.
I would ask, I know it's going to hurt, but may I?
Just do anything you have to do.
Okay. So she's going to, with permission, she's going to take a small, what is the medical knife?
A scalpel.
Scalpel. She's going to take a
Yeah.
small scalpel and basically not poke it to pop it, but more of a just cut a slice of it, and I'm guessing it regrows as she does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And takes it onto a small little flash tray, and begins just grabbing a couple of things, smashing them together, pouring it over, seeing what reacts and what doesn't. And eventually she gets an idea, and she goes and reaches back into behind where Metallo was, and comes back, and you see she's pulled out a bottle that has a fairy in it.
A fairy? Ah.
I've had this for a bit. They're very, very difficult to get. Fairies only join you if they are willing to travel with you. It It seems
Oh.
like this might just be the perfect use case. And she's gonna bring it over, and like basically flip it around. This one has like a bit of a like punctured holes on the very top, and she doesn't shake it, but asks the fairy like, "Do you mind flying around a bit?" Which she does, and like little bits of sparkle like come down from the like basically like a salt shaker, and come onto the mallets itself, and it does like reduce in size and eventually just kind of like become like a clear liquid.
Ooh.
Okay, let's see if this works. And thank you so much for your help, my friend. And basically opens up the bottle and lets the fairy basically fly around you for a little bit. Now, this does not alleviate the entire issue, but you see a lot of that because I'm guessing it is painful to have. It does alleviate some of the pain, and like you haven't felt like it didn't like it's the kind of thing where like you haven't felt it for so long you forgot what it felt like to not have it. And like that alleviation like is good. It's still there, but this is progress.
Sonnet didn't show it just yet, but she does have more malice on her chest area, which she does like remove some of the clothing so some of the sparkles can get on that as well.
Yeah.
And, like there's kind of
Go ahead.
I'm just imagining her just having a moment of, oh, I can breathe and it doesn't hurt.
That points us in the right direction, at least. Fairies are difficult to come by, but I might be able to work with. And she begins like grabbing a couple of things. Your mask has a place for herbs and such, right? I'm guessing.
Yes, and Sonnet will go to like the front of it where she unclasps something and just shows the little pocket where all the herbs go.
Yeah. These are actually a lot similar to what I was getting, but some of the ones that grow here in Hyrule are a lot more potent. While it might not fix the issue, it will help alleviate it. Sadly, I don't think I am able to fix this, but the fairies point in a very good direction. You might need to talk to the great fairies.
Can I roll history? Do I know what that is?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Why is there something
History
sweet and
time.
sour on my tongue? What the fuck?
That's what the fairies taste like.
It's a nat 20.
Nat 20.
So,
Nice.
this comes less from history and more of remembering a tale in which a sickness overtook a town in Hyrule, and the great fairies helped to heal it. And from there, like the research goes back down, like you think about like who are the great fairies, and like there's 4 of them across that used to, or at the very least used to work for each of the gods, Hylia and the 3 golden goddesses, but now work independently. They abstain from most society and live usually far away from any towns or settlements, within the secret groves that certain people can allow to enter. They're difficult to handle on, and they move around all the fucking time. So, but you know who they are. And
Okay.
Agamemnon says, I've met a couple of the great fairies once or twice, but not all of them. And they've definitely moved since then. I do think I do know someone who would. Or I don't know them particularly. I know the great fairies are... They are close with the Sheikah and the Koraks. I don't know if you could get into the Great Hyrule Forest. That's a little bit too much for most folks, even for me. But you could go to the You could go to Kakariko. Kakariko has a lot of Shika, and they are very close with one of the great fairies there. She might be able to pinpoint you towards the locations of the others.
Okay. Sonnet has taken a little piece of paper out of her basket that she carries around, and she's writing all this down.
Apart from that, I'm sorry to say that I can't help you further.
No, you've done far more than any of us have been able to achieve.
I would say she does hand you like a small little baggie filled with different herbs and spices, saying like this one is. These are some herbs that should help alleviate the pain better, somewhat than the ones that you were using. Some of the ones you already know, but and she hands you like a note saying like these are the ones that grow here, so that way you can find them and like how to identify them. Putting a couple of these in the morning inside of your mask should help alleviate the pain, and I don't believe you wear it during the night.
No, not during the night.
So just put it on in just put them inside the morning, and you should be. That should help.
Thank you.
With that, feel free to put your mask back on, and if you want to browse and move by where, feel free. Ms. Aloe already paid for your consultation, so you're good.
Oh, I'll be sure to thank her then. Thank you again. And as she's talking, she's just very carefully putting the mask back on with the new herbs.
And also feel free to check out my husband's bakery on the side. Makes wonderful pastries. I should know.
I'll be sure to. Thank you.
And with that, you're allowed back out. You see Miss Aloe has a little basket that she has that's filled with like a bunch of stuff. That she's like, I'm taking all of this, Agami. And she just pops down like a bag of like rupees on the table and is like, you are one of my best customers. Have a good one, Miss Aloe. And you too, Miss Sonnet.
What does she sell actually? Because Sonnet is actually very interested in, having these sort of medical things on hand.
Roll a medicine check.
Oh yeah, baby! Medicine! Alright. I'm also doing guidance on this.
Yep, sure.
So.
24 plus a d4.
D4. Boop! That was not the right one. There we go.
Plus 2. 26. You can recognize a lot of the different things here, and if you can't, you can at least, by the name of them, like, or at the very least by what they do, know, like, or like what they say on there, recognize, like, a lot of this ointments and stuff like that that help with, like, rashes and stuff like that, specific potions. There is a couple of healing potions that she does sell, that she does have available, like, if you wanted to buy one. And I'll say let me fucking 1 second. Let me go get my book.
The book. The book. We're getting the book. The book. The book.
Book. Book. Book.
Book.
Book. Book.
We've turned into the seagulls. Book.
Oh,
Book.
I have summoned dog with saying book funny.
Book.
You can't say book, but you can say boof.
Boof. Iggy want book.
Boof. Boof. Boof.
if Iggy want book, I do actually have a book right here because I
Okay.
still have my anatomy
One moment.
book out.
Nice.
You see displayed in a glass case a set of arrows. Surprisingly enough,
Ooh.
these are healing arrows. They are not even joking with you. They seem to be like a. They have like a. Oh my god! Instead of a metal tip, they have a shining like a shining white bar that's wrapped in like that, and the stake is not a shiny white bar. It's translucent blue. I'm just gonna post a picture of it. I don't know how to fucking describe this thing. 1 second.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm wrong.
Picture. Picture. Ooh.
This magic ammunition is made by the Rito, by a Rito cleric of nature. An attack made with this ammunition deals no damage to any target hit by it. When you hit a creature other than yourself with this ammunition, that creature gains hit points equals to 2d4 plus your Dex and Wisdom modifier. If the target is a friendly creature, you have advantage on the attack. If it hits, once it hits a creature, this ammunition dissolves into pure healing magic before it's destroyed. It has no effect on undead creatures or constructs.
Interesting. How much does it cost?
It is 5 of them, and this is an uncommon magical item. So give me a second.
I suspect it's way out of Sonnet's current price range.
Probably.
Because Sonnet has pocket change. Took a lot of her funds just to get here.
Yeah, I'd say like 1 arrow, because they're sold individually, or you can buy the whole set. The whole set is about 150 gold.
Ooh.
But 1 arrow would run you like divided by 5. 1 second. 5. 35.
Me
So there's
looking at Sonnet's 6 gold pieces.
Yep. Sorry.
It's fine. It
That's
could be
just-
something that she gets later after acquiring money.
But you know they exist, and you know maybe we
Yeah.
need to find them.
How much would the health potions cost?
The health potions are they're usually 25 gold pieces. I'd say she's selling them at 20 because she makes them herself, so she's selling them at, not at a loss, but like at a more reasonable price.
Yeah. It is still unfortunately out of her price range. I think she'll just stick with maybe getting like a few ointments and creams, especially now that she's supposedly going to be traveling with like folks with exposed skin. That might be good to have on hand for helping folks.
We'll say that's 2 silver.
Yeah, all right.
Just for like the whole like you get a bit of ointments and like a deodorant, I guess. I don't know what doctors sell. With that, let's move on to the next bit. Lewis.
Hey.
Part, you here? Lewis. Hello?
Heart?
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 Heart!
Heart?
Oh my fucking god, they're fucking dead.
Sometimes I can still hear their voice.
Well, we do have a backup, Louis.
Hey, Lewis!
I'm sorry. I really had to use the restroom. And
Oh no!
That's you.
you called me
That's you.
just as I was.
I'm so sorry.
Hugs you.
You're good. Okay, so
I'm good. Okay.
Lewis.
Yes. Hi.
You are approached while exploring the rest of the Faron festival, because I don't believe you need to eat, so I don't know if you would try any of the food.
I wouldn't because I don't need to eat, but I might linger around the food stalls and watch people eat.
Not creepy. That's fine.
So normal. I love them.
While you are doing this, you are approached by a pretty well built Hilo. You see, they're wearing basically like an apron over like a sleeveless shirt that seems to have been ripped, like showing off like a pair of muscles. They're a little bit of darker skinned, like I guess my skin color would be probably the best to describe it, and shorter hair. But like they don't stand up to how tall are you again?
If I recall correctly, 6'1". Let me double check.
Yeah, they're like 5'4".
Yeah, I'm 6'1".
Yeah, they're like 5'4", so they're standing a head shorter than you. But they do approach you and says like, "Excuse me, do you know who your builder is, or where I can find them?"
No, I don't.
You know, he looks very surprised that he was not expecting that answer. You don't what?
I woke up in a cave, and there was no one there.
Are you
And Lewis
sentient?
opens his mouth just slightly.
Are you sentient? And
of course
he's not
I
one of the
am.
villagers. He's not one of the villagers that's used to you, so he's like he's one of the people who just traveled here. It's just like, this festival has everything apparently. I was just wondering where you got that wood. You see, he has a bunch of carpentry tools like on his apron.
I do not know. They are not a part of my original design.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Lewis stares at him for a moment. Can I make an insight check?
Sure. He will say, I'm a carpenter. I feel like I recognize the wood as living wood, but I just want to make sure. It's extremely rare. But feel free to make an insight check, please.
Yeah, that's 14 plus 1.
14 plus 1. He seems trustworthy. Like, you see no reason why he would be lying to you. His, like, he does have wood shavings on him. Like, generally, he does seem to be a carpenter.
Oh, all right. Yes.
So, taking a good look specifically at your leg, because that's the least awkward place to look at.
Yeah.
He just bends down and like starts like inspecting it, going over not the engravings, but just like the natural grown wood. It's like, this was naturally grown, but it was grown quickly. This was done by a druid.
A druid?
I'm just wondering where they got this much living wood. This stuff only grows in the Korok forests.
In Korok Forest.
Sorry, this stuff is amazing to work with because it stays alive even while you're working with it. I have a small Korok assistant that makes a little bit of it, but they're not very good. Not that they're not very good, but they don't make a lot of it. So this much in one place is an anomaly. I have one voice and one voice only. I need to fucking do a different voice. This much in one place is an anomaly.
You don't say.
Like, he doesn't even care about the robot parts. He cares more about the wood.
Lewis is opening and closing his jaw, and the light from all of the sources of blue light on him are brightening and dimming. Well, why would the amount I currently possess be an anomaly to see?
I mean, it's just this stuff doesn't come out of the Korok forest. I literally, this is what Koroks are made out of. Like, that's how. Like, apart from literally killing a Korok, getting this much of it would require literally cutting down lots of the forest or at least a tree, in the Korok forest itself. So whoever got this must have access to it. I was hoping you knew who, but if you're by yourself, then if you're
I am not by myself, but it is as much a mystery to me as it is to you.
sorry for bothering you.
No.
I didn't even fucking introduce myself. My name is Horton.
Horton, my designation is LL0015.
L
LL0015.
I hope you don't mind. That's a bit of a mouthful.
The most people call me Lewis.
Lewis. I will go by that. Usually I didn't offer this, but like I do a bit of woodworking, and I do have a small stall here. Would you like something engraved in it, or maybe a decoration, a pattern?
A pattern would be nice. Yeah. Yes.
Follow me. So Horton takes you over to a small little stall called Horton's Wood and Work. I come up with shit on the fly.
I love it.
You do see a little, not a little, but like a very, very long, stretched out Korok, with a very long mask, who has like a bunch of tools hanging from like holes in his wood, and he's just like, he's handling like customers and like having like doing little wood engravings onto like different pieces of wood and stuff like that, just for people to sell. And like people are coming in like getting engraved like with like so and so and so and so, and a little heart around them, and like, oh, that's fucking whatever people get wood engravings for. I don't fucking know.
A commemoration to Faron, because it's the Faron festival.
Correct. That too. And you see this little Korok who Horton calls Sign. Spelled like this. My brain. I have one. It's reaching the 2-hour mark, and I feel like we should take a break after this.
Yeah. Take your time coming up with things, because I am writing notes.
Fantastic. Feel free. Like they offer basically an engraving. It's a silver piece for a wood engraving. Zyme would be the one doing it. Feel free to come up with whatever you want.
Okay.
As eventually, Miss Aloe would go around, basically collecting the troop. And for you, in a, you'd be told by, and I already forgot his name, Hendrix.
Hendrix,
yes.
Hendrix
Hendrix says, "You're going to the show tonight?"
I was not aware of the show.
You go to show tonight.
Alright.
Good music, good singing, good dancing. Good show. As Miss Aloe pulls the whole fucking troop over to the docks, actually. As you see, people are getting onto small little boats, going out somewhat further into the sea. As you see, the moon has now tapered halfway down into the ocean, causing it to leave behind a very, very long shadow. Like the moon seems a lot bigger than it usually is. Or not a long shadow, but a long. What's the opposite of a shadow? Light. Imagery, reflection.
Oh,
Reflection.
shit,
That's the word, baby.
Yeah.
You can
That's
tell
the
I can feel my brain deteriorating. As the reflection happens, and there is a very, very fancy ship at the dock itself, which you see has a lot of Zora working on it specifically. And this is a Zora made ship. From anybody looking, you see people are sitting like on the dock itself, like looking into like the center of pool of water, like that's where the stage is gonna be set, which doesn't make sense until you see a Zora have a spell casted on them. This is a green Zora, and Miss Aloe would explain that the performance that you're about to see is by the Afon family.
The Afon family.
They're a family of Zora. Or you know what? Fuck it. I'll explain it in Miss Aloe voice. They're a family of Zora that. Do you remember that story I told you? The one about the light and the reason why we celebrate the Faron festival. Oh wait, you guys weren't here.
Yes.
You guys don't know. Pointing at Constelle and Ikora.
Nope.
So the Faron festival celebrates when the fucking pull out my notes again. The spirit celebrates the spirit Faron who guided a ship onto shore after a very stormy night. What I didn't mention was on that ship was the Afon family, a very, very, very wealthy Zoran noble who was saves, and in turn, every year they come by and do a small performance for the village. That is made up each year. So this time it is a sorry, my brain is dying.
You are
Pass you.
so good. If
How about we take the break now?
We take the break now.
As Miss
Yeah.
Aloe
break
is
now.
explaining,
Yeah. We
Yeah.
take
And
break
if-
now.
I took notes on that, so if you guys want me to say my notes on that specifically,
I'm
I
gonna
can
go
tell
wake
you
up my
guys.
husband.
but
We
yeah.
reconvene in 10 minutes and
Yeah.
we go on with this. I
Yes.
swear to you, I'm getting to a point.
Salutes.
Mhm.
Salutes.
Trust in you.
Water.
Yes, drink your water. Find snack. I'll also go find snack, even though I have been snacking. I'll find more snacks.
Snack's good.
Imagine having snacks. This is brought to you by I don't want to leave yet. Okay. Oh. I love seeing Lewis laughing. It's so fucking good, actually.
I want to genuinely tell you that, like, when the carpenter was saying all that, my brain is like processing what?
How do you think Makir keeps calling you sibling?
This will resolve the question of why.
Oh. Oh, I love seeing the little notes. Oh, that's so good. Maybe it's just the influence of Modman as to why I put a fucking train in here.
Choo choo, motherfucker.
Every universe has to have trains. Can't live without them.
I mean, looks at Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks.
Yeah.
It tracks.
I hate you. We shall be wed in the summer. What? Why are you tormenting me? You will go to the show. You have no choice. I'm sorry. I was thinking about pulling you aside, honestly, Obby. Oh wait, Obby's not here. But then I was like, it can happen here. You didn't have to technically. I wasn't gonna describe it. We could have done it, but then you revealed it and I was like, okay. Escape from the train. Anyways.
So
Hi.
hi.
Not the other Lewis. Oh, life is a fucking nightmare.
I have cursed us all.
I called you Louis.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there's a thing specifically that I want and conceptualizing in my mind.
Yeah, I guess you could technically call this a tattoo.
That's what what I was going to say is Lewis would ask for the engraving to be on the front leg.
Mhm.
And I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, you. Also, y'all get ready because we're gonna listen to a song. That's it. I like music. And it didn't occur to me that I might want music for that. Now I need to fucking look at something. One second. Nope. have to find a song.
Mm-mm.
You okay, Hex?
I'm fine. I did not fall asleep until like 7 a.m., but I'm fine.
Oh.
So sorry for making you wake up so early.
You're fine. I knew I had game, and I tried to go to bed early, and it didn't work.
Mm.
To be fair, I feel your pain. I didn't go to bed until like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Not for lack of trying.
Exactly. You know. Mm.
I'm gonna really quickly mute the audio because I do not want this to be heard. Yeah.
The kind of barbarian my character is.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if he would know the Sheikah language or not. I know it's not on his languages, but
I put it on your languages.
okay. Then he would ask for the word courage in the Sheikah language to be engraved on his leg.
Aw.
That is okay. You have to write it out for them, but
Yep.
they could do
And
that. Yes.
Yeah, he would very specifically write it out for them.
A very, very interesting choice of words. Don't mind me as I download a song for something later. Yeah, that'll do. Oh. Very good. Oh, we can turn back the ambience on. That's some Minish noise right there.
Uh-huh. Whole fucking rap, baby.
I really wanted you to win that tournament, by the way.
Yeah, listen. It's rematch and all
It'd
that,
be
you
like-
know?
Yeah, it'd be like it too.
You learn a lot from losing.
Mm-hmm.
And I also remembered that I could have done an action surge, but you know,
You really could have.
really fucking could have. Oh boy.
It's fine.
No,
Y'all are not
it's
used to
good.
combat. So it's all good.
Yeah, I like a lot of my hesitation at the beginning was like, oh, Ine's down to fight. I need to remember how fucking combat works with this specific setup.
It's fine. I swear to you, there will be combat. Possibly not the session, but the next one.
Damn.
The
It's
first
been-
combat you do with a character is always gonna be rough.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about like the fact of like, oh, it's 2 hours in. Actually, I did have a lot. I did. I just didn't
Oh,
think. I just didn't think it would last this long, honestly.
that's
You come to say hi? Okay, up you go.
Can you swing Iggy around and around, and then toss him into the sun, please?
I cannot toss him into the sun, but I can toss him onto the bed.
Hell yeah. Close enough.
Oh. Okay. Swing, swing, and toss. There you go. Good boy.
Baby.
Oh, baby. He is a baby. He had a bath yesterday, so he's very soft right now.
ooh. Mashed potato.
Yes. Soft and warm
Oh.
like mashed potato.
Horton comes up. I'd like to see you make her beat. Me too.
It's great.
Everybody back yet? I think Obby's been.
Yeah. Oh, Obby, yeah.
Oh, I'm back. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
I found an interesting thing on Tumblr and I'm looking into it.
You're good.
Oh?
You ready?
I will
Ready.
show it to you guys after game.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I have thoughts now.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna
Good.
Ugh.
turn down the ambience and just stop playing. Thank you. Okay. Alright, so as you guys are gathered around this, like basically the ocean, like at the dockside, this here, as Miss Allen would explain, the song stage apparently the actual water itself. The seats being specific boats that are sent out to surround and provide more available seating, as well as the docks that wrap around this area of water where like a much larger ship would usually be stationed. To the side, you see that Zora ship that I talked about, and you see the Zora herself begin to step down This is a eliminated. You see the Sora eventually steps onto the water itself, and begins walking on water. She's illuminated from behind by the moon. As you guys are sitting on the dockside, you got pretty good seats.
Ooh.
As Marlo and the kids are waiting, holding you guys' with the moon behind. So she's illuminated from the moon behind her, with a beautiful, partially see-through white lace dress that just barely doesn't touch the water. This is a green Sora who is introduced as Ami Afon, performing a song that she wrote herself. And with that, as the instruments begin to pick up, we see that Ami stands still and then begins to slowly dance. Their movements flowing like water. The dress never quite reaches and touches the actual water itself, forever staying dry. She holds perfect practice. Their movements, that of a professional.
Beyond the shore, just out of reach. Yet the waters ever change, flowing like time. The path is yours to climb. In the white light, a hand reaches through. A double-edged blade cuts your heart in two. Waking dreams fade away, embrace the brand new day. Sing with me a song of birthrights and love. The light scatters to the sky above. Dawn breaks through the gloom, white as a bone. Lost in thoughts, all alone.
Second part of the song continues. The movements becomes more rigid and powerful, more punchy. The dance is similar, but there is an edge to it. She also begins to go further out from the center where she was standing, almost reaching out towards the audience with something holding her back. Not yet touching anyone, only halfway the distance before reaching all of you.
Beyond the shore, just out of reach. Yet the waters ever change, flowing like time. The path is yours to climb. Embrace the dark, you call a home. Gaze upon an empty white throne, a legacy of lies, a familiar disguise. Sing with me a song of conquest and fate. The black wither cracks beneath its weight. Night breaks through the day, hard as a stone, lost in thoughts, all alone. The path you walk on belongs to destiny. Just let it flow. All of your joy and your pain will fall like the tide. Let it flow.
Finally, at the last stage, she begins to finally move,
Life is not just filled with happiness, nor sorrow.
skating through the water.
Even the thorn in your heart, in time it may become a rose.
The movements are more swaying back and forth. In this part, she holds a lot more sadness, is the best way to describe it. This time, finally reaching outwards, touching the hands of some of the folks that are nearby, as she basically dances around in a circle, skating through the water as if it were ice.
A burdened heart sinks into the ground. A bell falls away without a sound. Not day nor night, wrong nor right, for truth and peace you fight. Sing with me a song of silence and blood. The rain falls but can't wash away the mud. Within my ancient heart dwells madness and pride. Can no one hear my cry? You are the ocean's gray waves, destined to see life beyond the shore, just out of reach. Yet the waters ever change, flowing like time. The path is yours to climb. You are the ocean's gray waves.
We finish the dance by sinking into the water below. Nope, don't repeat! Don't repeat! By sinking into the waters below, leaving behind only the actual dragon itself. And the show's over.
Oh, my mic's not picking up my clapping very well.
No, but I heard it.
No, but somebody was. There is a
Plunk.
there is a multitude of clapping from the audience.
Wow.
That was a beautiful performance. I like last year's better. That was Marla.
I think Sonnet is just sitting quietly and contemplatively.
Constelle's transfixed.
Last year was better than that?
I think I like simpler.
Uh,
Matter of opinions.
Ikora.
There is
how do
no
you
account.
feel?
Ikora did very much enjoy the performance. Is not really the type to read too much into things.
Mhm.
So it's just like, oh yes, pretty singing and dancing and performance.
Definitely
is
not layered.
Yeah. She very much enjoyed it. Is probably pretty interested in how it was pulled off because she does have some interest in magic, being what she is and all. But yeah, just having a good time.
With that, the show is over and most folks return back towards the festivities. Although the event is winding down for the night. Hendrix does turn to you in and says, "Good show."
Good singing.
Totally. And with that, he just takes a big swig of his drink. I'm going back to the pit. Hope to see you there.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Rematch.
With that, unless there's anything else specific anybody else wants to get done that they might have in mind, I think we can move on from the Faron Fest.
I think before they leave, Ikora is absolutely going to acquire snacks, since, you know, she didn't really get to enjoy the food of the last festivity she went to, considering how that ended.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And besides, it would be good to share a bit, and also food is good.
There is a Goron with a stall nearby, selling a lot of the normal food here, but also something that piques your interest, which would be fucking Goron. What the fuck is it called? Rock meat?
Rock meat.
Rock sirloin.
It's called a
yeah.
rock roast.
Rock
It
roast.
looks like this.
I'd eat it.
Yeah, I was actually kind of upset that you couldn't have Link try to eat it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You guys actually incorrect. In Age of Calamity, Link fucking chows down on one of these.
Oh
cool.
shit, for real?
For real.
Ikora's gonna get the fucking rock.
The rock.
She's gonna get, she's going to get normal food for everyone, but she's probably wanted to try this after hearing about it for like a while now.
Goron spice? No Goron spice.
Faron spice.
Spice.
Handful, like a strong handful of Goron spice to spray on top of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'll be 5 copper, just for like all of the
Alright.
food. If you're grabbing some for everyone else.
Yeah, why not? She does have to stay on their good sides, and it'll probably at least help there not be that many grudges in the future. Just a little.
Just a
I
little-
know you're angry at me, but you remember the festival.
I got you food.
I bought you food. You can't be angry
I-
at me now.
I do want to say, if you offer Lewis food, he'll be like, I cannot, I do not eat.
Lewis will be. What can you do for a.
That is the question, isn't it?
You can
Lewis
try.
might, Lewis might get some of the Goron meat, actually, the rock sirloin, because even
made
if
of
you
rocks.
can't, even if you can't eat it, it could be fun to chew.
So
Wrong
It could be
shit.
I
Do you
You
suggest that?
have rock.
go ahead.
Yeah, that's her plan. She grabs a bunch of good-looking food and some rocks, puts them, like, probably bundles them all up in like a to-go bag or something, and then
Oh no, you're handed like fucking. They're served on like leaves. Like a lot of the foods here, like it's like they don't have fucking like plastic or whatever. So the closest thing I could think of is like, oh, but they have baskets. Yeah, it's just baskets.
sets the baskets on top of the chicken plushie. It's a serving tray now. And then off she goes to go share the goodies with everyone.
Nice.
So fucking big. It's so.
Yeah.
Make note you
Lewis
noted.
just
Make sure you note
staring
it
at
in
the
your
rock.
inventory.
You expect me to eat this?
Well, I thought it could be fun to try. or at least
Good-
fun to chew.
Good point, Ash. He's going to try.
Okay. So you grab a piece of the rock meat, you put it in your mouth, you chew it, which is just like moving it around, because no,
Got no
Those-
teeth.
Tink, tink, tink,
Yeah.
tink.
it's literally just like the noise of like a rock hitting metal, and then like eventually like hitting like just sitting in there, and then when you move around, there's just like a slight like. It's somewhere in there. It'll come out eventually.
We'll worry about
Sound
that
of
later.
Sound of rock tumbling. Once
Yeah.
once it finally gets out, it'll be smooth.
Rock polish.
The idea of you having a rock tumbler for a stomach is very funny to me, actually.
I'm just gonna look back at Ikora, and like that was interesting.
It sure was.
I don't want to set a precedent here because my first thought was like, oh, now you know everything about rock meat. That's not how this works.
No, that's not how this works.
No, that's not how this works.
Are
Everyone
you eating
else
a
is
rock? Is that just a straight up rock?
If the Gorons can eat it, it has meat in the name, so I figured it would be fun to try.
Well,
And
actually,
Ikora-
it doesn't. It's actually called rock roast.
It has roast in the name, so I assume it's fun. It'll be fine to try.
Link can
And-
eat one.
Yeah,
Good enough.
she grabs a piece and pops it in her mouth. Anyone is free to like take the normal food
Make a
or try
Constitution
the
saving
rock
throw.
if they want to.
Yeah, no, Sonnet is sticking to the normal food.
Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
Con save.
Okay. How do I make this save again? Did I just click on that?
Yes,
okay,
click
there
on
we
the.
go. That's
Love your
13.
dice. 13.
Yeah.
You eat. Okay, you know that meme of like somebody eating like a straight up pepper, and they're like, it's good, it's flavorful.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes!
It's
Yes,
not
the balloon shot bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not the rock roast. It's the Goron spice that gets you the most.
Oh, I love that.
So,
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, she's
you got
continuing-
tears. You're turning red, by the way.
She's continuing to eat it. Determined.
See, Makara is bringing you a glass of water.
Let me roll deception to see how normally she can take the glass of water. I
Normal.
want-
You're so normal about this.
Okay.
Normal enough.
Okay, we're gonna go with the 19. Does manage to grab it pretty normally and starts taking some very big, very casual sippies.
Mm-hmm. With that, a lot of you enjoy the Faron Festival for what it's worth. Enjoying the end of the festivities and such. One moment. Eventually, the loudness of the festival does die down. People begin to pack up. It is later into the night. Kids are fucking sleeping like everywhere. They're just scattered. No,
Conked.
just conked. So with that, each of you go into your respective places to sleep. Constelle, you are offered a place within Miss Aloe's home. Ikora, the savings would be extended towards you, but I don't feel like you'll want to take it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she'll just go, bitches will say I know a place and then go sleep in a tree.
So that's fine for the most part. There's plenty of trees within the village itself that you can probably find a place to sleep in. Um, um, uh, hi, hello.
You're good.
Hi, hello.
It's me.
Yeah, hi. Um,
Before we all go to sleep, I want to talk to Sonnet.
go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Sonnet,
Oh, yes? Hi.
um, uh, I just kind of sit down and then show her the carving, the new carving that's on my leg.
Oh. Oh. She just, very interested, takes a look at it. Oh, that's new.
Yeah. While we were separated at the festival, a carpenter stopped me to ask about these gestures at the wooden pieces.
Mm-hmm. Did they know what they were?
It's living wood,
Oh.
which apparently is the same thing Mikair is made out of.
Oh yeah, I could have told you that.
But I apparently, and he points to the leg. It was grown by a druid.
Hmm.
And grown fast, which I don't know how to take that. I'm still thinking about it.
Hmm.
But it means courage. I thought it was appropriate.
Hmm. Bonnet just nods thoughtfully.
So how was the festival for you?
Oh, it was fun. We got a little toy, and Sonnet like reaches behind into her basket and pulls out the little plushie.
That's cute.
Then I also met with the individual Miss Aloe wanted me to speak to. I believe her name is
Agami.
Agami, thank you. Agami.
Oh.
She had a traveling cart filled with medicinal substances and a bakery, surprisingly. Which I have good news. I have potentially an answer for my ailment.
That is good news.
It will require a little bit of travel, though. Quite a bit of travel. My best bet, as offered by Miss Agami, is to find the Great Fairies.
So do I know anything about the Great Fairies?
I'm going to say yes, but the very basic knowledge. Like the kind of stuff that like everybody knows, like oh, they're powerful creatures. They're mysterious. You don't mess with a fae or stuff like that, or a fairy, especially not a great fairy, like that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The great fairies.
There is a story that the four of them came together to cure a village of a terrible ailment. The hope is that they will be able to cure. And she just kind of vaguely gestures at her mask.
Yeah, there's a very there's a as Lewis nods.
Rusty hinges.
Yes.
We
Constelle
need to
can fix
get
that.
this. We need to get this boy an oil can.
Yeah. So someone should fix that.
Don't worry, Constelle can fix it.
Though I do suspect that our travels will also eventually lead to the Korok Forest.
That's where Papa is.
I did promise to get you home, and she does a little head pat to Mikair's head.
I do think I will want to go there. It may lead to more of an answer.
Well, yeah, Papa's calling all the siblings.
But what?
Papa's calling all of us. You gotta come.
What do you mean by that?
What do you think I mean?
Is there any specific news?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a reason?
Mm-hmm. I just feel like I need to go there. And like I think most other people I doing so hard thinking. He's thinking so fucking hard.
Well, whatever the answer is, we'll go and find out, alright?
Yes.
Curiouser and curiouser.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Or, well, beak.
I just want to say, by the way, that Mikair is on top of the chicken.
Good.
That's why he's sleeping
Good.
tonight.
Good.
Yeah.
Alright. If that is it for the night.
Yeah.
Unless
Sonnet will
anybody-
just bid Lewis goodnight and then head to her own place of rest. Which is
anybody-
probably separated from everybody else.
Correct. Anything else for the night?
Yeah, I think Ikora, while getting situated in her tree, like probably in a pretty decently secluded area because, like, yeah, that would raise some questions. Is most likely using her own chicken plushie as a sort of pillow to lean against. And she's gonna probably she kind of just wants to check in on Vi and see how things are going.
Interesting. Okay. How do you do this? You just take out the sword?
She'll probably take out the sword, which is once more wrapped up, because that would be very bad if some random person saw. And while holding on to it, does, in a sort of stage whisper, call out to Vi, like, "Hey, Vi."
Without you noticing, behind you hear, "Yes, Master Ikora."
There's very much a jump. which is probably not great seeing as she's in a tree.
Gonna make a dex save.
Sure.
You're
Okay.
fine.
She's fine. Does she jumps and then clings onto the branch like a startled cat.
Master Ikora, falling down from such a height would include a lot of damage. I would suggest you not do so.
I have no plans to, but thank you for the heads up.
Do you need any assistance?
I just wanted to see how you were holding up.
Query not understood.
She huffs and sort of thinks for a moment before she's just, I guess, how's the sword?
The sword in its current state is broken and requires repairs. Are you suffering from short-term memory loss?
No, just she is struggling. She's not.
You're asking
Smart.
a computer how it's feeling.
Yeah, she doesn't. She feels bad
I know.
if she doesn't treat I like a person.
Uh-huh. No, this
Uh,
is good. This is really good.
Kind of just thinks for a bit longer as she tries to find a way to word things and ends up on let you move. No, Iggy. No,
That dog is back again.
a random dog has found the tree and
Yeah.
started to bark at it. Alright,
Mhm.
Iggy, come on. No more hallway for you.
Remove the hallway.
But yeah,
Yes?
okay, trying to find out where remember where it was. Okay, there we go. I just well, we are going to get the ore needed soon. I guess is there anything else we need to keep an eye out for, or
There are other objectives, yes.
okay? Yeah, of course, that makes sense. But the ore will at least help, right?
Once we have the ore, we must take it to a proper forge.
Right. Well, you can do that.
Have you any further queries?
So, why don't you talk to other people? And why did you know Lewis?
It takes a bit. Fuck. I hate talking in computer.
Oh, I pat you.
It's 2 questions. What the fuck? What was the first one you asked? Why don't you talk to other people? I am designed to help the hero in whatever assistance they might need. That is my only objective. I do not know of this Lewis you are referring to.
The what's the word?
1 second. Where the fuck? I have it fucking pinned. Yeah. 1 moment. You mean designation LL0015?
Yeah. Them.
Information classified.
Not even for the she does air quotes hero.
You do not have proper clearance.
Alright. She rubs a hand down her face. I guess that's all for now. Thanks for answering my questions.
It was no issue. I am built for it.
Grimaces a bit, but nods.
And it goes back. It goes back and forth.
Yeah, and with that, Ikora will once more
Back?
safely. Okay.
Man.
Yeah.
Man,
Thank you
Computer.
for trying.
She's trying so hard.
every day she tries.
She is a true fail girl because she tries so hard and gets nowhere.
I'm back. What's up? What I miss?
So,
I am once more talking about how Ikora is a fail woman.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, she'll once again safely stash the sword way deep down in her pack. Sort of readjust things and once more gets cozy in the tree.
It's funny that you mentioned getting cozy.
uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Everybody else mute, please.
Make a
It's just you
What?
and me, baby. You and me, Fletch. 1 moment. I gotta turn off the hard music and village music. Not that one. What's it? I got you. No worries. Ikora.
Yeah.
Yes, quite. As you fall deep into a slumber.
Uh-huh.
You awaken the sound of a music box. You are not where you were, but instead, you find yourself within a very, very comfortable lounge chair at an unfamiliar place. The walls of the place, to your immediate surroundings, are a nice shade of orange-red, with lines splitting it with yellows and browns, and a mesa style rock of sense. Covering the walls are bookshelves carved out of the stone itself. And to the left, from this lounge chair, you see a very, very large, extremely fluffy bed. The most commanding feature of the place is not its surrounding, but instead the person looking at the books currently. The most commanding feature being the large 9-foot tall individual looking through the books. She seems to be wearing nothing but a bathrobe, which would be revealing were she not just a glowing red, luminescent silhouette of a person. The only other feature you can discern from her is the white glowing eyes, which you can see slightly, and the hair, which she has put up in a nice bun. She stands with her back facing you, looking through the shelf of books. Doesn't seem to have noticed you yet. How's the cleric feel? There's a music box playing, by the way.
Ikora doesn't trust like this at all.
Yeah, baby, let's go.
She's going to try to very subtly put her hand in her little spell casting pouch
It's not there.
produce. Huh?
It's not there.
Oh no.
Your
In that
equipment is not
case-
with you.
I'm going to guess she probably doesn't have any weapons either.
You keep I'd say you probably have like a knife that's hidden in your clothes, but any backpacks or anything like that, no.
Yeah, she's gonna. Noticing that her pouch isn't there, she's going to produce the little dagger that she has stashed away. Thankful that she at least has this. And. and she's gonna just try and, very subtly get the fuck out of here.
There's a small problem with that.
Is there no way out of here?
There are no exits. The only other two remaining features you can see as you stand up are two paintings. One of a desert landscape with massive bones sticking out of the sands, and one of a village in the middle of a similar looking desert with high built walls. There are no entrances or exits to the place that you can see.
Oh boy.
If you're going to threaten me, you're going to need more than this tonight.
Unfortunately, a knife is all I have right now.
He turns around, and there's again no facial feature apart from the glowing eyes. How would she act in this situation? Because I'm fucked one way or another. Give me 1 second.
No
I'm
worries.
So bad at these. For someone who grew up with voodoo, I would think you would recognize me.
Should I roll a religion or?
Roll a history or religion check.
Okay, both is -1, so that's a 14.
It's a 14. It's not the visage of her that gives it away, nor the books or anything on there. It's instead the way that she acts, or the way that she holds herself, and the way that the way when she talks, there is a feeling of like motherly nostalgia in a sense, like the kind of feeling of being carried home to bed after a nice day of play, or of like being given a nice bowl of soup by by a parent during a sick day. Like that is what her voice sounds like. And so that's the thing that gives it away to you. That this is either a visage or a dream or whatever of the goddess Sa, the goddess of the Gerudo, and specifically divinity of motherhood and like a bunch of other stuff that my brain cannot think of right now for whatever reason. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
But it is someone you are told and taught, like in thought, and like told in stories of like is revered, especially by your mothers. And so that's what gives it away to you.
Yeah, I think once she makes that connection, she it takes a moment to process, and then she very quickly stuffs the knife back into her clothes and straightens up and is because this is she just pulled the knife on a goddess. That's fine. she's had a day. But it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about that. As she straightens up and then quickly moves into a bow as she's just, oh, sorry. I
Not-
didn't recognize you.
Do not bow to me, my child.
She straightens up once more.
I can tell you've had a very difficult time. The time for questions will be later. I'm sure you have
Sure.
plenty. Instead, take tonight as a time of rest. Your sleeps, I can tell, have been an
Sorry
easy
about that.
So good, it's my dog. I have a dog.
It's fine.
Uh,
Okay, I have him.
no, the god of dogs is there on the corner.
It's fine.
It's very funny to me. I'm sure you have plenty of questions to me, but take tonight take tonight to rest. Feel free to sleep, and I will just read. Is that all right?
Yes, of course. Thank you.
With
And-
that,
She does very much have questions, but she was just told not to ask questions, so.
you were told you can ask them if you wish.
Mhm.
We will meet again. Like that is a promise that she's telling you tonight. She just wants you to rest.
Mhm. And she's going to do that.
With that, she sits by the lounge chair, and begins reading an old story, one that you have definitely heard before, back when you were much younger. And it's like being a kid again for a little bit, like that feeling.
Mhm.
Or at very least, what the nostalgia of that feeling actually is. And so, the music eventually fades away. And Ikora, you wake up and you have had one of the best nights of sleep you have had in such a long
Mhm.
time. One moment. Let me take a big drink.
Take a big sip.
Maybe a big sip. As now we move to Ine.
Hi.
Hi, everybody can unmute, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Feel free to unmute now if you want to.
That feeling when you get literally the sleep of a god.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. You're good. It's fine. Don't ask questions.
Fine.
Don't ask questions. You're gonna get a good, nice rest. You're gonna sleepy, and you get a kiss on the forehead. Um. Yeah, in it. You wake up in the morning. This is the day of Agi saying that he's going to perform the ceremony so he can fucking read the future or whatever, as he would so kindly put. So I'm guessing you're heading over there.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just direct walking from the place that she's staying at. I feel like Ine purposely did not drink much during the festival. One, because she wasn't really expecting to arrive at a festival, and two, she was aware that she would have to speak tomorrow.
Mhm.
So I don't know if she should be early. What if it was early, Jade? What if she woke up fucking early?
If she woke super early,
Yeah.
you would arrive and you see that Agitoro is shit faced.
Nice.
It's fucking absolutely. Somebody definitely like knocked open his door and threw him into the pillows and then left. And he just passed out there and then.
Mhm.
So that's where you would find him. If that's what you're
Yeah.
asking.
Yeah. And they would definitely just be in that space and just like look around and just look around the space a little bit more.
Looking around the space a little bit more, you see you're basically in the loft of the building that Miss Aloe lives, which means at one point you do hear the hubble and rubble of people waking up, breakfast being made, plans being served. I'm sure, Sonnet, you're helping out with food and stuff.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
also a ka-thunk, ka-thunk, ka-thunk as
Mhm.
Lewis is moving around the house.
And you can actually see all of these people from the loft itself. Like if you step outside of his like little house room, whatever that where he keeps his fucking like giant bottle of Goron wine. I forget what I called it, but whatever the fuck. That has a little tap into it that he fucking drinks out of.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It would take a while before he wakes up. By the way, he's waking up at like midday,
Oh, great.
so you can wake him up if you want to.
She wouldn't, but she also wouldn't leave that space. She'll just probably sit where she sat last time.
Sit and stare.
You wouldn't. Someone else would. And Miss Aloe knocks on the ceiling.
Fuck. Duck and cover, hide.
Agitoro, wake up! I gotta get everybody else up. You're getting up too. It's just like she's grabbing a broom and is using it to knock onto the house. How are you reacting, Ine?
Oh, hiding. It's just dead
hiding.
safe. Stealth. What is it? I get advantage because I'm a fucking minish. Go
yeah.
into the fucking ceiling.
You see Agitoro, like from your vantage point, you see Agitoro's like shaking, like he's flopping over out of the room, and eventually he just flops out and is like, I'm up, fuck, God, fuck, it's too fucking bright. Oh my god. Oh fuck. What do you want? Holy shit. You got that prophecy to sell me today, apparently, according to you yesterday. At which point, fuck yes. Oh, where's that? I mean, if she's not here, I'm not doing it. So,
Oh. Is he still in conversation with Miss Aloe?
yes.
Shit, hold on.
If with my luck, well, hopefully, if I'm lucky, she left and finally decided to get this dumb quest over with that my brother sent her on. So it's fine.
She will grab some, like, she'll open up her mess kit and like grab a little like thing she uses to stab at her food at, like basically a fork, and just like throw it at the back of his head, still in stealth.
What? He looks up to where they came from and sees you, I'm guessing.
It's
What?
just fur. It's just wolf fur and like two black eyes.
Why the fuck are you? Get the fuck out of there if you're here. Don't throw shit at me. Not while I'm drunk. Fuck. Come over. Whatever. By the way, all of you are saying this. Like, Agitoro is loud.
Yeah, I'm naturally curious, so I'm probably standing right behind Miss Aloe at this point.
Everyone, and she's pointing at you, Constelle, Sonnet, and Lewis. Fuck. And says, "This is Agitoro. He's a minish that lives in the ceiling." Yeah.
I believe we sort of were introduced to him last night. Sort
Yeah,
of.
proper introductions, whatever. Look, I got shit to prepare. Get the fuck out of the ceiling.
Still just like looking.
Constelle follows. Constelle follows that gaze, and given I'm guessing how high the ceiling is, he is gonna just. Do you need a hand down? And like his braid of hair is gonna reach up.
Oh, I didn't know he could do that. Sonnet says quietly.
Fascinating.
He kind of has that. Oh right. I didn't mention I could do that.
Sonnet, dear,
Oh, yes?
do you think you forget our little criminal from yesterday?
I'll go get her. And she will stand up and dust off her clothes a little bit before stepping outside and going to hunt down Ikora from the trees.
Apart from that, Ine, you get Misala also points and he's like, "Would you like to join us for breakfast here?"
Wide-eyed rat.
Wide-eyed rat.
Just slowly starts like climbing down from where she hid into the ceiling.
Constelle has offered a basically a hair hand for Ine to climb on.
We'll look to Agitoro.
I mean, I don't fucking know them, but like they're fine, I guess. Look, I don't. If Misalo trusts them, I trust them. There you go.
We'll just nod at that and wipe her face and step onto the hair hand.
Yep. You are lowered to probably eye level. And then he just asks, floor, ride, this fine.
Looks around. Is there like a table?
There is. There's a table where breakfast is being served.
We'll point to that.
All right. Constelle will I don't know if he's gonna move slow. He doesn't want to startle this obviously frightened Minish, but he is going to carefully deposit you onto the table.
Just poof, like sits within her coat, just like she is now part of the fur.
Aww.
Misalo walks up to you and says, "Misalo, dear," and extends out a finger to shake if you are willing to take it.
We'll just nod at the finger.
Understood. Oh, I love
beloved.
you, Liz, so fucking much. Let's see. Right. So, if I am correct, no Minish, yes.
Again, like when the animal like looks to the part where you see the whites of their eyes, just like nods.
My brother sent for whatever reason thinks. What was it you said? You said something's happening?
Monsters.
Monsters. Yeah. So, and you see he has a drink in his hand again. Monsters.
Ine is just giving Ege just a fucking look.
Yeah.
Just like,
I don't need to be fully sober for this.
it's-
In fact, I'm a little better when I'm not. Oh man, I love Aggie so much.
Good.
Sonnet, by the way, at this point, you have or actually, how are you looking for the or? This is a good question. Ikora, what are you doing in this fine morning after waking up to that?
Ikora is feeling great. This is so much better than the last dream which she remembered.
Uh-huh.
uh um and also like there's not gonna lie, there's a good bit of validation TM at saw like basically referring to her as her child because haha. So she's doing great. Probably grab some breakfast on the way to Aloe's house.
Yeah.
This is gonna be funny because Sonnet brought breakfast to you.
Extra
You get
breakfast.
two
As if-
breakfasts.
As if Ikora would say no to more food.
That's
Two
second
picks.
breakfast.
Listen, we all
Second
know how
breakfast.
much Link shoves into his gob, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's good. You guys find each other. That was mostly my worry. So you guys can start heading back. But yes. Back to the house. Agi is going back up and getting some things ready. While everybody else has breakfast for the day, and Ine,
Well, everyone.
well,
Oh,
everybody who can eat.
yeah. I was going to say, while everyone else is eating, Lewis will introduce itself to Ine. Hello
Nice.
there. I am designation LL0015. I am sorry, you're scared?
we'll just do another polite and courteous bow of the head.
That's all I wanted. He can't eat, so he's gonna introduce himself.
Yeah, it's fair.
Ms. Allo, by the way, would ask, any allergies to you?
Shakes head. No.
I hope you like eggs. And she hands you a much smaller portion, but still a portion of eggs.
Mm. Damn, she really wish she didn't throw that fork now.
And you can pick it back up.
Yeah, she will. She'll go and fetch it and take a portion to eat.
So, while Sonnet here gets a little criminal from yesterday, I do believe Agitoro said he had something. He had a vision that was supposed to happen today. He usually prepares these things, and he's talking to you specifically in beforehand. But seeing you said his brother sent you.
Nods.
Interesting. I don't know much of Agi's brother. He talks about him like well, like he's not a good person, which is a bit hard to believe coming from him. But if what he says is true, then more than likely something is happening. If that's the case, I'd rather have the party troop from yesterday who decided to arrive on my doorstep, looking at Constelle and seeing eventually the other two walking in.
Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
The gang's all here.
Yeah,
Everybody is here. Do do do.
Finally!
finally.
Finally.
I am not. I have been alive for, and I know coincidences are more than just. Well, what's the saying again? Something about causation or coincidences. The point is, there's no such thing as coincidence. Now, I will ask you, Constelle. You already have found out far too much. Are you sure you want to continue going down this line?
Oh, absolutely.
I cannot stop a researcher. Okay. You two have arrived. You are served breakfast, although apparently Sonnet brought it for you. So, sure, third breakfast.
Third breakfast.
Third breakfast.
Ikora has zero complaints about this.
Zero complaints.
Sonnet, you have seen Ikora wordlessly eat 3 different breakfasts at this point.
Nice.
Sonnet is just in quiet awe that Ikora is able to stomach this much and doesn't seem the slightest bit uncomfortable. What metabolism does this Hylian have?
Eventually, breakfast is done. There's a bit of polite conversation between Marlo and the kids, and Miss Allo and a lot of you. Marlo specifically saying he's taking out the kids just so they can get out of whatever the hell's gonna about to happen in here, and because they need to work. So,
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye. Have a good day.
I love you
Enjoy.
so much, Lewis.
enjoy whatever is about to happen because I am staying far away.
I am very certainly curious about what will happen.
With that, Agitoro eventually sets up and says like, "Alright, sit in a circle. This is the best way to do this. And they sit whatever the hell you want. Keep doing this. Don't expect anything." And he's looking at you, Ine, like it's probably just like a drought or like some crops are going to die. That's literally every single time what it is. He's probably worried over nothing. My brother's a fucking idiot. So and then he begins
Wait. I would like to mention before NA has just been very much quietly taking whatever Agitoro has been saying, like just patiently. This is an actual like look of like almost contempt. Just she is sitting on the floor, one arm on her leg, cloak off. Like she has like the fear has subsided, and it's just been like, all right, next emotion, anger.
I quietly in the background in Gerudo, Sonnet is gonna mumble to Ikora. Oh, for someone so small, they certainly have a big mouth.
oh baby. You're about to feel it. So they draw a circle in chalk. You see a couple of different items are put within the circle, and Agitoro sits inside of it. A bit of the chalk gets washed away by some of the alcohol that splashes from before. He's like, "Fuck, fine, okay," and he puts it out of the circle and then redraws the shawl. And with that, there is a moment of just silence that permeates the house before a second. Agitoro opens his eyes and they are flashing a deep, dark red.
Mm.
Immediately, the lighting of the room just changes as Agitoro just fucking rises out of the fucking out of the air, and Miss Aloe actually stands up and takes a step back, wait, this is not normal. And out of Agitoro comes out the deepest voice.
Oh.
Well,
The earth will break when demons sing. The night will rise neath bloodied wings. A promise, birthright, curse unwound. With prophets sought, your future found. Underfoot lays divine waste, with sins brought on through unrequited chaste. And looking at you, Ikora, rung along, little hero.
That's fun.
Can you type the
Yes, I will type it up.
prophecy, please? Because I want to put it in my notes.
It is right there. The lighting of the room returns. Agitoro falls fucking down, fucking face plants onto all the items, and you can see him fucking shaking.
And Sonnet is in the background just saying strings of curses in every language she knows. And you know when Catholics do the crossover themselves, she's doing the Legend of Zelda equivalent.
Let's try.
Oh, are you tracing the
Triforce? Yes.
The Triforce?
God, that isn't all that different. You just
It's no diagonals. Ine fucking runs to Agitoro and just is trying to make sure that he's okay.
Fucking immediately fucking hand off and just fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck that. I am leaving. I have paid my debt. Fuck you. And grabs his drink, slams it back, and runs up. He runs out he's
No. I think Ine just takes a look between where she's standing, looks at the others, and just tries to bolt after him.
Miss Aloe fucking slams her cane down and you still owe me for it. I have paid my debt. Fuck that. Fuck seeing that. That was the worst thing you could have put me through. I'm done.
What did you see?
He's fucking he's shaking. The Agitoro is fucking
Hey. Is he on the floor or is he
he's
still...
on the floor. He's on the floor.
Okay. Constelle is gonna hunker down, and not crowd him, but extend just, hey, it's okay. It's okay. Just breathe for a moment, okay?
I need a drink. I need a drink.
You have a drink. You
No,
need
I
water.
I slammed that down. That's the empty. This is the rat that looks like it's about to have a panic attack.
Yeah, that's Constelle is hey, no. Look at me. Just me, okay? Just me. Breathe. Okay? Count with me. Breathe in. And he's walking this little Minish through this through to calm down. Okay. Keep doing that until you feel calm. Until you think you're okay, until you think you're ready, okay?
I'm done. And she's looking at Miss Aloe and like at you in it. It's like, I'm done. That's no more. No more prophecies. Not anymore. I'm out. I'm getting on the next boat and I'm leaving. Whatever the fuck that boat is. I don't care where it goes.
You might want to wait. I think that boat's for me.
I know she makes people disappear. I know she sends them away and they never return to Hyrule. Wherever the fuck they go, you're sending me over there once this is over. I do not care what the fuck it is.
The entire time as this has been going on, Sonnet has been writing down the prophecy in a little journal.
What did you see that you need to leave so bad?
Oh, just the world ravaged, fires, just all of Hyrule, like all of it destroyed. I've heard of the Blood Moon. I wasn't fucking alive for it, obviously, but like that, I'm sure that's what that is. Just
The Blood Moon.
Oh,
Just-
Constelle goes pale.
just
That's-
death, destruction, everything, just all of it gone. I saw the beasts, the fucking big ass fucking machines. They're walking around, and they were just scorching the land.
Oh,
You're-
Lewis just like looks at Agitoro and it's like looks very confused.
You saw, yeah. Oh, go ahead.
St- what are you talking about?
You're describing the calamity.
Well,
No,
what's
no.
that?
No. The calamity was bad. That what I saw was the earth splitting and caving in on itself. Fuck that. I'm not staying here for it. Masalo finally speaks up and is like, calm down. Your visions are always just a future that could happen. Never one that is bound to happen. Yes. But fuck if I'm staying around to find out if that does happen. This isn't a little fucking drought. This isn't a plague to the animals. This is a literal earth leaving. I don't know what the fuck I said. I see you writing something down. I don't
What?
want to know
Oh.
what I said. Honestly, I'd rather leave.
you don't have to.
You can go back to my brother and tell him he can fuck off. I'm done. It's over. He wants to fix this. He wants to be he wants to play hero. Sure, whatever. That's what he does. I don't. I go.
That is fair. Sonnet is just saying in the background.
Finally, somebody sensible.
Regardless, thank you for giving us this message. Even if it is very distressing for all parties involved.
How you feeling, Ikora? You were talking about that dream the other day?
Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. Ikora's just sitting here, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think
Mhm.
Sonnet has unconsciously just put wing on back of Ikora.
Yeah. She's doing some thinky thoughts, but isn't going to be saying much.
Look, Ine, I I'm gonna go. But if my brother sent you, because he thinks you can make some kind of difference. Now, no offense, uh, I don't know how much of the country you could cover by yourself. Um, so he sent you on a death mission. That's what my brother did. I'm sorry to tell you.
Hmm. There are no coincidences. I don't like the implications of all of us being here today to hear the prophecy.
Yeah.
I only awoke a week and a day ago.
And Ikora will hold up the bundle of sword. Because, yeah.
When did that happen?
I forget how long we put how long the travel time was. Insert number here.
The travel time was a week, so I think it was a little over a week ago because she traveled for at least 2 days to get to where she was in
So a
Verlog.
little bit more than a week ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got here a week ago. Oh, things are lining up. I don't like that.
Look, I'm the one that tells the future. If I know destiny is that it sucks and it sucks. It just sucks. That's it. That's the end of the sentence. Do what you want. I'm going to go pack. With that, he goes past Misalo. Misalo just lets him get back up there. Lizz, how you feeling, bud?
Oh, baby.
Hmm?
She has just been anchored to Agitor just look time, just not turning to anybody else. But she doesn't turn to continue to look at him when he finally does break off. She's just standing and looking and just breathing very slowly. Though I think she might start walking towards a way of exiting this room. Not the way that Agitora took, but just out.
Well, wait. Well, please. Wait.
She stops.
There are no coincidences. So, if you were sent here to receive that prophecy, then you were sent here to meet up with us because we were all here now. So. And he looks to Sonnet for help because he doesn't know how to continue the sentence.
It seems a little far-fetched, I will admit, but if we are the ones here to hear this, it is altogether possible that we are also meant to attempt to prevent it. But at the same time, that That's a lot.
Maybe not that we are meant to, but maybe we're the best ones to do that.
Maybe.
Ikora takes a deep breath and swallows before she is just. Regardless, we need to fix the sword before we can worry about any of that.
There's a number of things we need to worry about.
And it's not exactly something that can be done alone. There's
I wouldn't wish this on any one person.
a good chance that if we really are all meant to be here, then our goals most likely will coincide in some way, as they already have.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
It's hard to travel alone. So why don't you come with us?
We could travel together. Constelle, was it?
Yes.
You. And she just kind of points at Egg. Little guardian Egg. You are studying the technology developed by Sheikah, yes? Is my understanding?
Yes, it's a focus of mine, yes.
Hmm. If. I don't know his name. The one who ran up into the ceiling.
Agitoro.
Agitoro, thank you. If Agitoro saw guardians in
He
his
said-
vision.
He specifically said beast, by the way.
Beasts. Okay, never mind.
Well, I thought he said that there were large metal machines moving around and attacking,
Yeah.
yeah.
which is describing guardians, literally.
Large mechanical
Or-
beast.
Yeah.
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 Or
Large
the
mechanical
beast. It's
beast.
Yeah.
both. Honestly, he meant
Mhm.
both.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, my head snaps to you, Sonnet, as you say guardians.
Mm,
Or
Guardians.
knowing as much as we can about them could help with, I'd hate to say defending or dismantling. That feels wrong.
disabling.
While you guys have this conversation, Anne, Masala pulls up to you and like just stands like to your side as I'm guessing you're facing towards the door and are like waiting, making a decision.
Yeah.
Masala does pull up to you and he says, "Stand that you are very much at an impasse right now. I'm sure whatever Agitoro's purpose sent you to do, it still has meaning. What is it that you are sent here for?"
I was here to figure out what was changing the land to be more dangerous, and I was to find something that would protect where I came from.
some assumptions, but and she points towards Lewis and the egg robot and says, "They are called guardians." What you choose to do is you. It will leave you. It will. It will. I have brain. It will lead you down the path, which will hopefully stop this, whatever this is.
May I return back here before sunfall? I need to attend to something.
And with that, you're allowed to leave.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, Lewis won't stop here anymore,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that you're going to come back before sunfall.
Yeah, yeah.
With that, as discussions continue in the house as to what the best way to continue, or
Mhm.
as emotions run high,
Mhm.
people are
Yeah, yeah.
disappeared.
And Lewis asks, so what is the calamity?
Oh.
And we are left on that as a lot of you explained to
Mhm.
a lot of you explained to Lewis what the calamity was.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
want to eventually circle around to Sonnet suggesting they go to Kakariko Village,
Mhm.
since that seems to be a destination she's been given, and it could very well be a destination that could help them with whatever this is.
Yeah, but first they gotta do the pale ore because
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We still got a
First
question
Pale
here.
Ore, second Kakariko Village.
But with that, we are going to leave it here. Some of our players have to head out, so
Yeah.
Yee. Love you,
we
Hex.
love you, Hex.
Love you.
I hope you enjoyed this one. I know
I
it.
did.
I know it was a little bit slow, but I
That
wanted you
was
guys to
fine.
get through Faron, the
Yeah.
Faron festival,
Mhm.
well.
good.
Ooh,
Good
It was
time.
good. It was delicious.
have a good night's sleep. Enjoy yourselves before I drop the big hits. As it was.
Yee. Yee.
Oh boy.
With that, yeah, we're done it. Bye.
Bye.